Local news.
Good evening, everyone. If you lose in an Idaho court, you may have to pay the winner's attorney's fees. The Idaho Supreme Court passed a decision people are calling loser pays. You lose a case, you pay the opposing side's fees.
New at 6, Local News 8 reporter Taja Davis talked to a legislator and a lawyer about what this might mean for the current court system and for the people who even file lawsuits. So, what's the overall feeling, Taja?
Well, Jay Carroll, they're concerned that this rule isn't going to be good for public policy and that it won't keep the justice system accessible to everybody. The Supreme Court made this written decision for loser pays, so it is official. But our state legislators do have a chance to change the rule before it goes into effect on March 1st. The Idaho Supreme Court put the state's court system on a new track. You lose, you pay. With the Supreme Court split 3-2 ruling, Idaho is the only state in the country that could possibly change the way attorneys' fees are paid.
A lot of clients will look at the financial muscle of the guy across the table, and they may say, I can't take that chance. And that, I worry about that as the legal standard.
Loser pays stems from the English rule, but the rule in place now is the American rule. All parties involved pay their own legal fees unless stated otherwise. So there's a conflict.
With this decision, it tends to push from the American rule toward the English rule, but to how far, it's unknown.
This decision has some lawyers and judges uneasy because no one really knows what the language means.
It's something which they've created that says, as justice so requires. And nobody knows what that particular phrase means. As attorneys, we like consistency. We want to know exactly what is the standard that's going to be applied.
But they're able to bring this to the legislative session and really decide if they want the law to go into effect in a few months.
They kick the can down the road only as a courtesy, I believe, to litigants and to the legislature, to give them a chance to look at it and say, you know what, we want the old standard, or we like this standard.
This new attorney's fees rule won't go into effect until March 1st, but again, it could be changed in the legislature. In the studio, I'm Taja Davis.
All right, thank you very much, Taja. If the rule does remain, it would apply to all cases already in progress as of the March 1st date.